That's when you don't have to ask nobody what truth is. You know what I mean? You know it because you lived it or experienced it. You know what I mean, for yourself. Dang it. And um, so this is sort of like a manifesto, a sort of truth that has no companions or it don't have no witnesses to stand alongside it. It will testify of itself. The truth stands alone. You know what I'm saying? You can tell the fruit of a you could tell the nature of a tree by its fruits. It's a mark in time for something that's going to be timeless. Nothing stands but truth. So when I speak certain things to you and it looks like I'm trying to be something I'm not, time will tell. Which brings me to the reason why I'm recording this. For that's not the only reason. I'm gonna try my best attempt to stress to y'all the fact that I'm never judging someone. You get what I'm saying? I always been the type of person that let people do what they do, and I always try to look out for certain people in their reputation. I didn't speak about certain people for a long time. You know what I mean? I didn't speak out for a long time. And I just want y'all to know the people that I've ended up having to take certain stances with. It may seem a little irrational to some people who know me personally, but you have to understand. If you don't understand anything, no matter who a person is, if they revealing to people certain things or whatever, because there's nothing to be hidden. It's not like I'm hiding my faults, or I could hide my faults if I tried to. I can't. They're known, and especially in me. Feel what I'm saying? So there is no, how can I put this? I could never let somebody else hold me to a standard where I'm not even over exceeding that, where I'm holding myself, if that makes sense. You could never want more from me or think more of me or expect more of me than I did of myself. But it gets complicated when you get to a certain part in your wisdom and knowledge, and just your trying to be at peace with a lot of the things that you know to be true, and it's in conflict with a lot of the fake that's in your face on a lot of levels. And you know that there's, like the scriptures speak about, no condemnation. You know what I'm saying? We could speak about a couple of those things, and moving on from the former doctrines, the basic teachings, the things that you should know if you're going to be moved on to perfection. That's Hebrews 6. You move on from the former doctrines about Christ and all of these petty things that people bicker over, when it's only about the flesh, which you still got your spirit and your soul. You understand what I'm saying? You bickering over these things that's very petty by what your eyes see and what your senses can perceive, but your senses haven't even been exercised. Google that in the scriptures. I'm just saying, you'll pick that up too. Why does the scripture speak certain type of ways? It hurts me when I see people talking bad, not even understanding what Christ means, or not understanding what a lot of the things means, in which they know it don't mean what it says in the book, so they call it a lie. But the scripture said it is a mystery. It is a It is a stumbling stool, or a snare and a hook to the people who are unrighteous and unworthy to withhold mysteries. But it is the order of kings and order of royalty and majesty for someone to search these things out. And it's not hard. The Most High shows out, fam. He shows out. He do not hide. He said, I do not operate in secret. I'm not hiding from you. He's everywhere, and you are everywhere, but you don't understand it because you're stuck on the physical realm. I'm sorry, but we got to move on from the flesh, fam. I got things I let creep back into my life after I literally reached a point in my life at one time, in my body, my spirit, and my soul, where I was wanting or treasuring nothing in the world more than I wanted knowledge. And for how can I put this to make it make sense, for God and wisdom from the dove, the divine spirit, the feminine spirit that is like my mother. Wisdom is like my mother. It's something that holds you. Wisdom and knowledge, once you get truths, it calms you, bro. That's why, bro. And this takes that type of stuff to go through persecutions and things. People just look at people on the outside and what other people that's told to them about a person, or especially me. I'll just use me for an example because, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a witness to it. Simple and plain. So I know about the persecutions and the reasons for them. And not only that, when you get to higher knowledge, you understand that that's only a part of you. You are manifested. If you're trying to operate and have good in you and operate on a higher state of awareness and consciousness, then there is that old former thought of yourself lingering. If it don't have a home inside of you, then it has to manifest, because as above, so below. You are good and evil. You are born in a body of sin. Why? Because you have darkness in you. That's why Jesus Christ never sent Satan to hell. All them times Satan was tempting him, talking about, just bow down and worship me and you can have all of this. Why? Because he had it all to give him. You can raise yourself to an antichrist level and operate and be foolish, but you're not going to be in divine union. That's the key. When people talk about this secretion, no fap, I just learned that's what no fap was. I've been no fapping for a long time. That's where you don't ejaculate, you cum. Okay, it's a seed. I understood that's the seed of David. It rises in your spine all the way up to the top of your chakra. I felt that. It feels like your mind is being beamed up. I feel like